Welcome back, and today I have a special rifle for you that's only my backpack. This is Kel-Tec Sub2000 Gen3. There it is. Now I did a video on this about a year ago, but that was Gen 2, and the problem was that we couldn't have the red dot or any optic on the rifle and fold it up. So we actually had to remove it, or you had to buy a different optic mount that is kind of sitting on the side, which was a little bit awkward. Or have the optic mount that you can push to the side and fold it and put it back on once you have the rifle unfolded. But now this rifle came with a lot of good upgrades. Now you can actually have the red dot or any optic. The front part of the rifle, you could twist it and unfold it. Twist. Now to fold it up, just like that. Now for the spec, you could look it up, so I'm not going to go through that here. I'm just going to show you what this rifle is capable of and pros and cons. This is actually a charger. You could pull, twist to your right or to your left. So it could be work for both lefty and the righty. And once you have your magazine in, just snap it in and you're ready to go. And the safety is up here, and you can reach it from both sides. And this rifle is mostly polymer, except for the essential part that's metal. But this is a 9mm, I'm not too worried about it. And since this is a 9mm, it doesn't have any kind of recoil pad, and it's pretty hard. And with the Gen 3, they have a better trigger, so let's check it out. So it's 2 pounds and 8 ounces. So trigger is pretty nice. Let's try again. 2 pounds and 10 ounces. Let's see how sensitive it is. So it pull, stops right there. So it does have a quite long pre-travel. Let's do the reset. Okay, yeah, the reset is kind of weak and a little long, but again, still very exceptional. And with the Gen 3, they made the grip shorter so you could use different Glock magazines. Now, I like the old grip better because this grip is way too short for me. So I can barely get my 2 fingers on it. But once you have the magazine in, it's fine. The magazine is long enough where you could have the full grip. But again, still this feels a little short for me. And my main concern is when you're in a hurry and slap the magazine in, you might actually get your finger pinched. But again, not a big deal. And most of you who know this rifle, this actually has more recoil than you expect. And with Gen 3, they said this is softer shooting, but we'll see about that. Now the best part is Chris only paid $350 for it, so it's very affordable. But his red dot that he put on here, this is Promethean LP1. This is actually $600 red dot, but you could get it for about $350. So this whole set here will cost you about $700. Now, you could definitely go with a cheaper red dot. This is a 9mm and spend maybe $150 for it. So whole set will cost you about $500. Now, Chris just bought this rifle and we were at the range and I saw him shooting this at 25 yards. It was hitting the bullseye every time. And this was very good shooting out to 100 yards. So for 9mm out to 100 yards, the accuracy was exceptional. Now it's time for me to take this out to the dreamland and test it out. What if I told you this was my rifle case? Done. Okay, this is 60 and 80 yards. Good. 50 and 70 yards. Good. Okay, we have 11 field from 5 to 25 yards. Let's see how accurate and how fast this is. Single shot first. Stand by. First jam. Okay, I had one jam, but we had one jam. Let's see. Now we're gonna try double tap. Stand by. Another jam. Yep, I get another jam. Okay, let's try again. Okay, let's try again. You ready? Stand by. Jam again. Okay, you can see the groove is very tight, it's very accurate, but I've been getting jam on every magazine, so I don't know what. Okay, this time I'm gonna see how fast this thing can shoot without jamming. I think I have about 15 rounds. I'm gonna go triple tap in the front and the second row and see how that goes. I'm out. Nope, I'm jammed. Okay, 25 yards. Okay, make safe. Safe. Okay, so, I mean, the idea is good. It's neat. It's compact. You can carry it anywhere. It's quite accurate. And the only problem is that when Chris was shooting this at the shooting range, one shot at a time where the rapid fire was not allowed. But out here, when we are doing rapid fire, this jammed every time. So I don't know what. Okay, I was happy with the accuracy, but I was not happy with the rifle. It was jamming on every magazine. So I talked to Chris about it, and he told me it might need to be broken in. So he took it with him, and he put a couple of hundred rounds through it, and he told me he didn't have any problem. But again, we shoot a lot faster at Dreamland compared to regular shooting range. So he brought it back. So I got the rifle back. And this time I'm shooting between my class, so I only had very short time to shoot it. So I took a full 31 round magazine and did the torture test. Jam. You can see that it didn't eject quite well, so we got one jam. So that time it didn't jam at all. I'm out. So out of 31 rounds, I had one jam. Okay, as you've seen it, maybe this rifle does need to be broken in. I only have one jam, and I believe as you shoot it more, we could get the wrinkles out. Now, let's talk about the pros. The pros is how compact this is. You could stick it in your backpack, you could stick it in your computer bag, and it's very light. In fact, if you could use most of the Glock magazine on this rifle, that's a big plus. And the accuracy is definitely there for 9mm. And since this shoots 9mm, it's gonna be a lot easier in your pocket. And now being able to leave your optic on and fold it up, that's a big plus. And the price is very, very affordable. Now let's talk about the cons. Now honestly, I'm not too used to this charger, having it up here, and this is easy. But honestly, I'm very used to having a charger up here. For me, this is a lot easier. But having it down here, it's a little bit awkward. And I don't like the recoil pad. Even though this is only 9mm, believe it or not, after 31 rounds of firing it, I had a mild bruise on my right shoulder. Maybe I just have a thin skin. And yes, this still has quite a lot of recoil for 9mm. And the one that gets me really, really confused is the safety. Now, having safety here makes it easy, or using your thumb safety, but having it up here is very awkward because you really have to push it and go back. So it's not easy to reach with your hand on the grip. And for most push safety, is from pushing from right to left that sets the safety off. But on this, it's the other way. You have to push it with your thumb to the right to make it on. And once the safety is on, this trigger just goes floppy like that. It's a little bit confusing, not a big deal, but just to let you know, it was a little awkward. Now again, the grip is too small for me. And with this rifle setup, when you try to do a rapid fire, it's not fast as you want. So you really have to kind of flap your finger as you're shooting it. Now, those are the pros and cons, and that's my personal opinion, and I'm sure you will do a lot better once you do more practice with it. But since this is not my rifle, and I only get to shoot it once, that was my honest opinion. See ya.